of height.
So welcome, Libra, to my temple, the Temple of Tarot, Astrology, and Yoga. My name is Ava, and I'm welcoming you into my temple for your November 2025 Astro Tarot forecast, a blend of astrology and the tarot. I just noticed my cards. I want to straighten them. This reading is a blend of astrology and the tarot. So I need to keep it very simple. I try. And so it involves a 4-card tarot spread, very simple, 4 positions. And I only follow the transits of Mars and Venus, bringing us into the energy of the moment, the present. And this month, Libra, Venus, the symbol of love and comfort and pleasure and joy and harmony and even money, balance within the sphere of money. This month, it's in Scorpio, which is the sign just after yours. And so this puts it in your 2nd house of finance. When love meets money, many things can happen. There's a sudden interest in luxury, beauty, beautifying yourself, beautifying your home, going on expeditions in which you discover new beauty. All of this is possible when Venus enters the sector of money, doing things that make you money, but give you emotional fulfillment as well. This is a very aesthetic energy: art, music, dance, writing, speaking beautifully, poetry, music. Anything that expresses the beautiful within you. Making money from those beautiful expressions, artistic expressions, can very well be what this combination means. Maybe it's just bringing some loving attention into your financial sector. You know, paying off some bills, getting straight with your obligations, sharing perhaps your abundance with others magnanimously from the heart. What other ways could the kiss of Venus on your pocketbook translate? Well, certainly it could bring you luck, financial luck. So for those of you who gamble, on lottery tickets and such, it ups your chance of winning, at least. Doesn't guarantee it, but yes, gambling would be a way of expending some of that extra cash. Venus in Scorpio particularly, and in your 2nd house. So taking risks, being a little bit flamboyant, intensely passionate, you see, because Scorpio is a very passionate sign. So passionate ways of making money, spending money, using money for passion, for your passions. So all of that is more than possible. Mars, on the other hand, is the masculine energy, and it resides in the sign of Sagittarius, your third house. The third house is really quite interesting. First of all, it's the sign or the sector of ideas. Perhaps there's going to be some real energy put into ideas about your financial circumstance. Putting your mind to financial problems, to solve them. Or using your mind to use your financial excess, the profits, for intellectual growth, learning new skills, putting your money towards that is possible as well. Now, the third house is about siblings and communication. So there's intensified communications with siblings or your neighborhood, intensified communication with neighbors, members of your community. This is also short travel, a lot of busyness within your community, moving from one place to the other, covering territory, sort of like a salesman would, just kind of surveying your neighborhood and integrating yourself into it in some way, either through financial connections, making financial connections with your neighborhood, community, siblings, or just simply putting currency, money, some financial asset towards intellectual growth, aesthetic growth as well, Venus in the third. So I see you being very active within your community and perhaps being able to tie your financial aspirations to the interactions that you have within your community, making connections. And of course, with Venus in the second, you're very charming. Not that you're not, always. Well, Libra is probably one of the most charming and affable characters in the zodiac. So you're very apt at social graces, and this may be an opportunity for you to exhibit those charms, those ineffable qualities that you have that bring other people joy and make it so easy for you to make friends, to make those connections. So that's really good, especially for a Libra. So, all right, I think we're ready to move on to your tarot forecast. And thank you for joining if you have subscribed, and liking if you like, and taking a moment to look at my website, grandcentralhealing.com. to either donate directly if you would like to support my channel, my work, or to order a private and personal reading from me, which can, of course, include conversation with me, video sharing. We can even do a video call tarot reading if you'd like, if you request it. So, all right, thank you. And the tarot forecast is coming up now. Namaste. So welcome, Libra, to your tarot forecast for November 2025. Again, relevant if your sun sign, your moon sign, or your rising sign is Libra. Dear, dear Libra, that was a very interesting astrological forecast for you, full of deep hope, connectivity with your siblings and your neighbors, and a magical correction in any financial difficulties. So let's see what the tarot has in the way of further advice about the energies of the month. So let's insert 2 reversals and then continue to shuffle a little bit, like so. And I want to say thank you very much for your messages, Libra. I'm so happy that you could join me here on the channel. I have mentioned many times that I live in a very remote area of the world, and I don't see a lot of people, and it's always lights up my world when I find a message from you at home. So thank you very much for that. And thank you for whatever support you can give the channel, or if you'd like a personal reading. Thank you for that too. All right, here we go. Let's see what's going on this month for you, Libra. All right, the first card represents the overall energy or mood of the month. Mr. Emperor. Mr. Emperor. It's interesting because what we have here is someone who represents a very sober, practical, authority, leader, father figure, boss. The Emperor holds together his empire with his stoic demeanor and sober attitude towards wealth and leadership. He sits on a granite throne. He's solid. So it's about cementing yourself into a solid financial and community environment. Establishing yourself. Demonstrating your determinism, your clear-headedness, making profoundly realistic choices, ruling sometimes with an iron fist, in that you brook no shenanigans. You're tough. So it's either you or someone around you who brings this energy into the atmosphere and gives you that infallible support. What's your challenge? The 8 of Pentacles. We have someone busy at work. This is Venus. This is definitely Venus in your second house, because this is someone working diligently, tirelessly on his project, on his pentacles, his coins. He's making money, but he's working with diligence and with tremendous attention to detail, and he's loving what he's doing. He's meditating on his work. He's absorbed by his work, and he creates wealth in this absorption, in this attitude towards his making money. So you are riveted. This is your challenge, to become mesmerized by what you create, by what you achieve with your hands or with your mind, and to do so with absolute attention to detail, to the nitty-gritty of it. That is your challenge. In the position of the unexpected, we have yet another major arcana card, and that is the Wheel of Fortune. They call this, the Wheel of Life. I think it was Heraclitus who said that you can't step into the same river twice. Everything is in flux and in change. And so this is a completely different energy from the Emperor, who sits solidly on his granite throne of authority. There's an element of flux, of change and movement, and things are dynamic. And it would be with Mars in the 3rd, in the house of community, constant motion, constant change, and adaptability. You have to adapt to the fluctuations of time. Keep mobile. Keep active. Now, there are instances when this card means good luck, good fortune. With Venus in your second, that's what I said, maybe you should consider buying a lottery ticket. Some good fortune is bestowed upon you. Unexpected good fortune is bestowed upon you. Venus in the second certainly indicates that as well. Some magical money enters the scene, or in a way, the Emperor represents the very center of this card, center of the wheel. This is also symbolic of consciousness, in that the witness, which is your identity as I, the I sits at the center, the witness, and all around us are exhibited the products of our senses. And everywhere we look, we are confronted with the ceaseless motions of time. You can't grasp the moment before it slips away into the past. So it's about being deft, that is, agile, not allowing the wheel to get stuck in any particular phase of its motion, but to keep it fluid, in motion, and to keep your attention alert and attentive to what goes on around you, so that you can adapt quickly to those changing circumstances, staying on your feet, ready for action. All right, let's see how it all ends. Yay! Venus is doing her work. Overtime. Your angels are working overtime. Celebration. We have 3 sisters, comrades, friends, relatives, co-workers, who are raising their cups in celebration. They're toasting one another in their collaboration, in their ability to unite their differences. See, every one of them has a different color costume on, indicating their diverse talents, characteristics that come together in a joyous celebration. So you celebrate. This is the season of holidays, where people get together and they share their emotional triumphs, their emotional wants and needs, and they collaborate. They come together to create joy, love, and celebration. So this could be about you getting together with your co-workers, with your family, with your friends, and sharing your abundance, that which you have created, or you're coming together to create with them something that you couldn't have done without them. So it's definitely Mars in the 3rd as well, sharing with your community, joining with your community in some way that brings emotional joy and well-being. Yay! All right, I'd say that was a very, very wonderful November for you, my dear Libra. Thank you so much for coming to your forecast and for sharing and liking and all of that, and your trust and your support. And I'm looking forward to meeting you personally through a reading if you would like, or just through your messages. Thank you and namaste.